Hi everyone, my name is Courtney and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little TBR video, in part for September and in part for the Magical Readathon. So if you don't know, the Magical Readathon was a readathon that has been happening for 3+ years. Recently got rebranded to be like this own fantasy world that you get to like explore and live in and do these prompts in. It has like an almost D&D feel because you get to like make your own character and do all this stuff. I've participated in the Magical Readathon before and I wanted to participate in this one, and then I just saw videos for it all of a sudden. I'm like, oh, I better jump on this. So yes, the month of September is the beginning of this new readathon, and basically you kind of can start to create your character, and you do the Novice Path, which is a series of prompts or reading challenges for this month, and you have to complete at least 2 of them to move on. It's really complicated, there's a lot to explain. The creator put so much effort and work into this project. Like, really, it's so amazing what she was able to create. So I'm leaving all of that information in the comments down below so you can go find that. And this is done by Book Roast, and I definitely recommend, even if you're not participating, just to go check out some of the videos because you will see like how complex and how thought out this was. It's really, really cool. She's always done an amazing job putting together these really complex readathons, so I was so excited when I watched the video and like saw how cool this one was. So, getting into it, I designed my character last night. This is her. Her name is tentatively Mira Blackburn, and as you can see by her costume and her look, she is either like a blacksmith or a welder, something in that kind of crafty region. I am the boring person that whenever I play in D&D, I always pick a human, and this is no exception. She is a human, and I'm still trying to figure out her backstory and stuff, but I imagine that she lives in the woods in a small village, probably learning blacksmithing from her mother or father or some other relative. I think there's a separate land for like woodsiness, so maybe she lived on that landmass. I still have to figure things out. But here she is. She's really cute. I basically wanted to make a herbo, so here you go. I imagine her to be very steadfast and earnest, just a good person all around. But with that out of the way, let's get into the reading challenges themselves. Again, I'm not going to really explain the readathon or the challenges, but you can look at all of that kind of stuff at Book Roast's channel. She explains it far better than I could, so yeah, I'll leave it to her. So on the Novice Path, there are 7 reading challenges. Again, you only have to complete 2. And the challenges are read a book with a map, read a book that keeps tempting you or on the top of your TBR, a standalone, a book with ghosts, haunted house, supernatural, a thriller or mystery, a 5-star prediction, and then a book with a school setting. And all of those kind of match up to different little areas of this path that challenges you. So far I have picked out 5 books that I want to read this month that kind of match up to all these different things. So for the book with a map, I have Redemptor by Jordan E. Fuego. I really wanted to read this because I was so excited for the second and final book to come out. And as you can see, it has a beautiful map of the city. In the last book, there was also a map of the world. Unfortunately, I don't think the world map is in the second book, but you know, it still has a map. So there we go. So read a book that's tempting you or on the top of your TBR. For that, I have Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. I'm reading this for a little reading project, and it was on the top of my TBR, and I've already read it, so I will talk about that later. But yes, I have already completed 1 challenge because it is September 8th as I'm filming this. The next challenge is to read a standalone, and for that I have Kindred by Octavia Butler. Again, I'm doing a project of reading some of Octavia Butler's work. This is a sci-fi novel about a woman who keeps getting pulled into the South during slavery, so it's gonna be a lot, but I think I'll enjoy it. And then for read a book with the ghost, haunted house, supernatural, I don't have anything on my TBR that fits up with that except maybe Kindred, possibly. You can't stack prompts for this reading challenge, so I'm just going to leave that challenge for now, and if I get to it, I can pick up a book for it. The next challenge is to read a mystery or thriller. Again, I don't have anything on my physical TBR that matches up with that, so I'm just going to leave that for now. Tentatively, I'm thinking a suspense. So if I finish all the books that I have, maybe I'll go out and buy it, but it can remain undone. For a 5-star prediction, I have A Close and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. I really, really love the first book, and I've heard amazing things about the second one. So yes, I'm hoping that I like it even better than the first one. And this is a soft hope sci-fi. What is it called? Hopecore? There's some word for what this is. but I'm very, very excited for it. And then the final challenge is to read a book with a school setting, and for that I have Legendborn, which, as you can tell by the dust jacket off of it, that I am currently reading it. And I'm a pretty good chunk of the way through this, so hopefully I will finish it soon so I can stay on top of this TBR list. Legendborn is about a young woman whose mother has passed away in the past year, and she's going through a hard time, but she and her best friend have always planned to go to this early college admission school program, so they decide, to go and do that still. And along the way, she meets mystery and magic. Something about her mother's death might not be all that it seems. And as many people know, the magic system, or like the world, is set up around the Knights of the Round Table and King Arthur. And I'm really, really enjoying it so far, so I will finish it and be done with 2 reading challenges right away, and then I can focus on trying to complete the rest of the challenges. For this readathon, there are also a set of challenges that you can do between the months of September and April to kind of flesh out like your character and who they are. I'm not quite there yet, so I will do that as needed, but for now, I have the prompts. I'm really excited to start doing some of the more interactive stuff, and I'm really excited to kind of flesh out my character and figure out what she's all about. I've always wanted to play a blacksmith or like a bookkeeper, or just something that is very hands-on, a character that is like kind of immersed in like a skill like this. And honestly, I'm so into the idea of a fantasy book surrounding like a type of character like that, like either like a bookseller or a blacksmith or like a welder or something like that. I'm sure there's fantasy books out there that focus on that, but I want one like that because as much as I love kings and queens and princesses and all that stuff, another thing that's really exciting is just regular people who have talent and skill going about their daily lives and somehow getting sucked into a fantasy thing. But yeah, that does it for this video and my TBR. Again, check out everything about this readathon if you are interested in it. It's not too late. You can do it. I'm doing it late. I'm just really excited for this because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm just so impressed by everything that has come out for this reading challenge. It's really, really cool. But thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys later and happy reading.